Did you ever see Wallace and Gromit?
No, I don't. I think I've watched maybe part of the movie with you.
It. And for those of you that don't know, and now Sam, because that's really embarrassing, Wallace and Gromit was this animation, claymation as they call it. So they literally sculpted clay of this character, Wallace, and his dog, Gromit. But basically what I'm getting to at this point is that was like those contraptions that they had.
What contraptions?
So they had, you really don't remember anything, do you?
I can only picture Shaun the Sheep when I think of Wallace and Gromit.
Which is from Wallace and Gromit. So Shaun the Sheep was the sheep in Wallace and Gromit. And then that's how it became its own show.
Isn't it just like some British guy? Wallace and Gromit.
That's correct. Some British guy's probably a little disrespectful to the creators.
I'm sure I just matched someone. Someone's British accent.
Hello, my name's Wallace. This is Gromit.
It's more like oof.
But basically what I'm getting to at this point is they had all these crazy like contraptions. What's the name? There's a name for those things that it's like this hits that and then it triggers this.
Oh my gosh.
A Jerry something machine.
Jerry Seinfeld.
I feel like it's a
Here,
it's
if I look up
Jerry something machine. Basically in Wallace and Gromit they have like they're making breakfast. The toast gets shot out and it's perfectly shot across the room to jelly being put down on the toast to the eggs being perfectly cooked.
Rube Goldberg.
It's a Rube Goldberg machine, Rube Goldberg machine, which I feel like is in a way the early AI. You're doing things, you're automating. AI is automation.
It's true.
It's artificial intelligence, but it's also automating things. That's what the fear of it is. So the AI takeover, I feel like it could
Wallace and Gromit.
Wallace. It's confirmed. This is a conspiracy theory. But I feel like in the future, it's going to be in the future, maybe even next year, because we live in a society.
Wait a minute. Do we live in the society?
But what if the future of AI is like, hey, you put your eggs in here, we're going to auto-crack them, auto-scramble them, and give them to you.
I'm sure that's soon. I would guess that's soon.
Is there anything like that now?
I mean, kind of. Where like...
The bag of eggs?
Oh, gross. That is disgusting when like McDonald's has like the
it's not even just McDonald's.
Oh, I know. It's most places.
Everywhere now.
Even probably like small town restaurants, probably. Because especially now, eggs are expensive.
Well, we went to Cracker Barrel the other day, and the eggs were so gross. And we'll get into our Cracker Barrel story, but things being automated is kind of scary. Now that...
Think about this. McDonald's, you could probably have one person working. All right, crack an egg in. All right, there's a McGriddle. And that's it.
That's a little...
You don't even need
they don't even
crack the egg.
They have the frozen egg.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you're giving them a little bit too much respect. Stuff that goes on at McDonald's is a little...
sketchy.
It is. And early McDonald's, because you've seen the founder,
Yes, right? I have.
They automated the process.
Yeah, which was awesome. I love that movie.
Which automation is always a thing, and always things are getting more efficient every single day. So it is like, what will AI be able to do? What will there be for people to do once AI has run its route?
I mean, that immediately makes me think of WALL-E. Because that's what that turns into, is everything's automated. Walking is automated into flying little bikes or like chairs.
Flying massive chairs.
Yeah, because they're 600 pounds.
It's my 600-pound life is just a normal show.
No, it's
my life.
My 50-pound life as a child.
No, it's just my
hard.
life. It's just my life.
No, they have skinny people, and they're the struggling
And they
ones.
make fun of the people that are thousands of pounds. They're like, you see him? He's pretty fat. I'm only 650. I wonder if WALL-E could be the future of... There's so many routes to play, and it is a little scary.
It is. Because, if the world was to get, like, too destroyed for us to live in, maybe that's one of the routes we take. Spaceship.
How do you think the world would get too destroyed? Do you think it would be robot stuff?
I think it would just be us polluting.
I think it would be overpopulation.
That, too. Which is...
give an accent, but...
that's kind of hand in hand. Just so many... Especially in America, everybody drives, but that's not even like the big.
Well, it's America's. It's India.
Yeah.
You have all these.
Because they've got everyone there.
Well, it's
What is the population of
India?
India?
They said climate change is almost impossible to solve because the people doing it are the top.
Yeah.
You can't tell a homeless person, hey, don't burn any gas. Hey,
That's true.
don't burn gas this
Well,
week
also,
to get your
that's
one.
not going to do anything.
Hey, I know you guys are surviving. Not even just like homeless. I feel like there's two types of homeless people. People that have put themselves in that situation, and then you just have like families that don't have enough food every day. You're going to tell me a family in India that can't get food, hey, don't use gas to buy your last loaf of bread. You can't beat
it's more
out
about greenhouse gases.
You can't tell someone that's living in a situation that's they're fighting for their every last
not
bit
much we can do
to take their time and be safer in the world.
Hey guys, I know that you are trying to feed your family, but it's just not going to happen unless
you know
want to
what
save the
climate change is? Think about someone else in your life. They're like, I was driving across the country.
I can't eat tonight, but my family can.
They're like, you used a little too much gas in the year.
You're driving there.
Which is, I think that you're right. It will be. I don't picture it's like this doomsday.
Yeah. It's going to be slow.
Yeah,
it's
so what type of aliens?
Probably like Mars.
There's been some crazy UFO things being cited, which I don't know what to believe.
Me neither. It's such a big universe out there. There's 0% chance there's nothing out there.
I know.
The odds, it's like infinite pretty much.
It can't.
We're real lucky.
Yeah, we are the only ones in this entire universe.
One in an infinite amount of numbers.
We are so lucky. And I want to get someone on the podcast as a guest that does know.
Oh, yeah, because we only know a limited amount.
Or someone that believes it too much.
Or believes it enough that they're willing to die for it.
True. Well, because there's these situations, like once you know enough, they don't want you to spread.
Oh, yeah.
Like it gets like, hey.
Have you seen the stuff? I don't want to get like, conspiracy, but have you seen?
Get conspiracy.
Have you seen the things about like water-run cars? Cars with like water engines?
I've heard of it, I think.
So there's like these people, there's like across different times, there's been people that have made cars that can run on water. Yeah, so like it's an engine that runs on water. But yeah, and then like they'd figure it out.
Oh,
and then they would disappear.
No. Oh, because the gas companies are so bad?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't want to be like the big gas companies killed them. But honestly,
but maybe that's water run car.
Yeah.
Would you buy it?
I mean, sure.
Hey, I got to fill up real quick.
Oh, we have no
don't
gas.
Use your spit. It's spit infused explosion. What is the funniest AI thing? What is like the least important job that AI is going to replace? And what's the most important in your mind?
I feel like at some point, if politics got replaced by AI, it could either really be good or really be bad.
What would be the good side of AI taking over politics?
I feel like ego. AI can't have ego.
It would all be logic.
Yeah.
It could also be who created the AI. Because if it's in one side,
that is very true.
So bad either side.
We'll just have perfect communism.
You're just promoting communism?
I'm not taking that stance. I'm not taking that stance.
No, we're not saying that at all. We don't want that, okay? We want to be better, okay?
Yeah,
we don't want to share.
We don't want to be. We want to be.
That's hilarious. Definitely politics would be a weird. Well, it would no longer be.
But also think this. They would have control of like nukes then.
Oh, yeah.
What about then?
I don't like you, man. It would be politics would be tricky because politics is supposed to be this, especially America. The country is run by the people.
Yeah.
If the AI is doing it, then it's like, why? I mean, why?
What's going on here?
I'm trying to think of funny jobs it could replace. Like, I feel like you could really streamline things, and I guess in a way,
keep thinking McDonald's. I don't know about you.
Like an auto thing, and
we would get our order right every time.
I think the order process should be you go up, you either have it on your app, you order like the app is okay. You get up to it. Once you scan it, it's like okay, your order number here. Type in your order, scan it back, and then they prepare the food still, and then your interaction's gone. Only online pay, or you can. I guess you couldn't. You have to kind of cash is going to become obsolete.
Oh yeah, over the next. I mean, already. Like change has become like they're like, oh, there's a change shortage. And they've stopped printing pennies.
That's why I collect. I have 2 big jars.
I got a big jar too. That's it.
Never. Do you use change ever?
Very rarely.
It's like such.
Sometimes the most satisfying thing to do for me. Sometimes I'll go through Taco Bell or somewhere, and if I've got change, what I do is I've got a little change thing in my car I pop down, and if I can get the exact cents and everything, it's satisfying to me.
Oh, I know they hate when they see your car.
But wait, no.
There's the
then they don't have to do
change guy.
anything.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have to give change back. They don't have to run a card. They just put the stuff away. Because when I worked at Moe's, that was great. If you just have someone that gives you exact change, best thing ever.
I've never worked a cashier. I've worked a digital cashier, if that makes sense. When I worked at a boat club,
Like an Apple?
I had an iPad.
Okay.
And I would sign out and do the payment form, or I'd have to get their card information. I never had to deal with cash or anything.
I've had to do both of those. I've had to do the cash online, and then I've also had to do because when I was doing the kayak place, I had to do what you were doing.
Oh yeah.
But did you ever have to grab their license every time and take a picture of it?
We didn't have to do a license.
That was annoying.
Yeah,
but then I also had to do, I've done a lot of cashiering through the years. Had to do it for my grandparents. Shout out Breda Wakers.
Shout out. Well, there's an interesting cashier or way of payment at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah,
that
is true.
I guess you could just pay from the table, which you and me were taking that route every time. Like, I didn't want to pay with my card. I wanted to use cash, and I paid with my card because I didn't want to talk to anyone.
Me too. I brought cash. I got cash out of my room just for the sake
and then didn't even use it.
So I guess.
And I don't blame you. And the worst thing in the world is, how much do you want to tip?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'm more inclined to tip you if you don't ask.
Yeah.
Can I please have a tip?
When they go, and then they're just going to ask you a couple questions on here. We know what it's asking. It's going to ask for a tip and then a signature.
And then some of them are so outrageous. It's like, do you want 20, 30, or 40?
It's like at coffee shops, they're like, I know it's $5. So if it's 20%, that's $1. But you don't want to tip $1.
You want to tip 30%? You want to give me $2? No, I don't. Because I'm poor. Because I'm saving for something a little more. You're here. I want to be here.
Oh,
giving you this puts me with you.
I would say they're here, we're here, and we're gonna be here. I'm kidding, obviously, but
everyone
really.
just letting you know we're joking.
Not.
At Cracker Barrel, it's just.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Cracker Barrel.
You're feeling. It feels weird going into a Cracker Barrel because you kind of feel like you're going into the past, but not really. And you see all the pretty old people. Actually, age is all over the place. You're seeing every type of person at Cracker Barrel. Big and old, short and skinny, short and fat and old, big and old. Sorry, not fat. For everyone out there, don't want to offend anyone. But I'm not talking about you. Probably not, unless you were at Cracker Barrel Saturday morning.
And had the giant
Michigan.
truck with...
Oh my gosh, what in the world? If you're driving a truck, number one, that's kind of... Trucks are an interesting vehicle.
I've had to drive... Can I talk about my traumatic experience over this past week?
Yeah.
Actually, it's been 3 days. 2 days, actually, but it's felt like...
You don't have to ask to talk. You just talk.
I know, but it's just... This is traumatic. I didn't want to...
Okay, we can take a moment. What do you...
So this past 2 days, I've had to drive a truck because I couldn't pump my tire up. So I had to drive the truck.
You're really forcing yourself to almost cry now. This is hilarious.
I'm not forcing it. But it was.
It's so
it was
funny.
that was hilarious. I did it this morning. I'm cranking down my window to talk to Luke because it doesn't have automatic windows. I could not drive a truck. That's what I've learned.
It's just you're definitely compensating if you have a truck.
Especially one of the big ones.
Something? understand. The only time I'll understand a truck is if you have a lot of tools, you're moving stuff.
If you're construction, it's okay.
Yeah, but when you're like a bad boy, like a construction worker doesn't own a truck that looks like a Dalmatian dog got thrown up on by throw up.
By throw up.
Threw up what the grossest part of itself.
And it's the primary colors. Blue, yellow, and red. That's all it was.
It was white and black.
Wait, no, it was white, blue, and red. And it had the giant yellow thing on the front of it.
We might have seen two trucks. There was another truck that was that's why I said a Dalmatian. It was a black and white truck.
Whoa. Did we miss?
It was sitting in the front row.
Yeah.
And it had giant wheels, and it had spots and lines. If it was red, white, and blue, that'd be an expensive paint job.
I'm telling you, I saw one That was intense.
I think we saw the same truck, but saw it in different ways. I never even saw red, white, and blue. That would have been more legendary.
It was just,
did it have a
like,
flag, red, white? I saw a flag
No.
of red, white, and blue. I did not see. I saw it had like
Maybe we
these
just
weird
perceived
stripes.
it differently.
I wish I would have seen red, white, and blue truck. I just have this image of grossness in my head.
I do too. Different gross though.
Yeah, but you're a pretty hard anti-truck.
Yeah, I am.
So if it really looked like what I saw, you would turn it up to that notch. If it was a red truck, it would be a bright red truck. That's gross. I feel like to you, I don't like trucks. You despise trucks.
I don't despise. No, I've
We
built
know
up,
that's not true.
No. Let me speak my truth. I have built up a dislike for normal trucks because of the trucks that are absolutely decked out. They're like got the big wheels, super loud LED lights.
That's not denying.
No, thank you.
That's not denying that you don't like trucks.
Oh no, I'm not denying I don't like trucks.
Because a truck will go by and you're like, wow. And then now it's rubbed off on me so many years that I'm like, trucks are super dumb. And I'm like, yes, do they look a little stupid? Yes. And your dad's truck, sorry.
It's like a dwarf truck.
Sorry, Mike, but it is a dwarf truck, which is a little more respectable. But at the same time, it's like, if you're going to go into the truck world, do you really want to be the littlest truck?
Do you want to be the little guy?
Do you want to be the little guy in an already little world?
Do you want to be the little guy?
And if you have a truck, let me know. Why?
Explain to us what's the reason?
Well, because your dad's going to run the farm.
Yeah.
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fine, you're cool enough, you can have the truck. If you are a guns blazing American down to the earth, if your car looks like an American flag, is what Sam saw, and maybe that was what happened, then maybe you are representing yourself a little bit too much. You can love America and be like, I love America, I'm glad I'm here. But when you start painting it on yourself, like I'm not going to go.
How about the American flag on the back of the truck?
Okay, I'm sorry. We all live in America. You think you're going by with that? And I'm like,
you know what?
You know what? You really like America, don't you? Hey, you know what?
That is what I'm thinking.
You know what? Take a star. Take one of them. Take one of the flag. Put on your chest.
Add another one on there. Make it 51 stars.
Hey. Here's a star. Buy yourself something nice with that.
The flags are so funny and they're so intense.
And like the overly overly symbolic American shirts.
Oh yeah, we've got
I
a
live
couple.
in America, and here's what I stand for. Why? I don't care what you're wearing. I mean, obviously I do, because it makes me perceive you as someone that just how you dress. That does have an effect on how people see you. And if you love these shirts, you know what? Keep on living. America for life. But if you wear, I literally bought a shirt.
We both
have them. It's a lion with a glowing white cross that says, be a lion. No, it says, a lion does not lose sleep over the opinions of sheep.
Mine is, it's got camouflage American flag, and then it's got raised lions, not sheep. I think that's what it says on it.
Let me pull up the picture.
Yeah.
What has been the funniest shirt you've seen of someone?
I think, honestly, those shirts we have are pretty hilarious. I'm trying to think of, I feel like I see shirts on people. You know what? The funniest shirt I see pretty on occurrence is?
What?
The one with the skull. I can't remember what that's called.
Oh, it's like the American skull?
I can't remember what that's called, but that one is pretty funny to me.
As well.
I don't know what it represents. I don't know if it's like a brand. I don't know much about it, but I think it's just about the funniest thing ever. I mean, you can wear, like Luke was saying, you can wear whatever you want. But it's an interesting choice.
It's the opposite too. It'll be like, it'll have, here's the genders I stand for, and here's what you shouldn't believe. You're not changing anyone's opinion over that. Your American shirt saying, I live in a country, like I live in a country with 2 genders. It's not going to change someone that says, I live in a country with 10 billion genders.
There's 2 colors on my flag and 2 genders in America.
And then the other is, I have 80 billion colors. They're not going to change anyone's opinion.
No.
And everyone else is just like,
I feel like everyone else is just like, okay, or you could just wear like
something
normal shirt.
Well, it just feels like they're trying to throw it down your throat. This is what I stand
You don't
for.
want to wear that. You don't think that looks good. Come on. I mean,
Maybe.
But come on. When you see an intense shirt like that, I feel like you got it. There's got to be some kind of like, deep down, even if it's deep down, it's a little bit ridiculous.
So
it's got to be there. You got the shirts?
My shirt was a lion holding an American flag with a giant cross. Sam's flag was a American flag camouflaged in between the lines. Raise lions, not sheep. Yes. And we went out one day and we tried to see what would it be like protest
for a video.
Yes. It was awful. How could you do that? Yes, I understand if you're in a big group, no one cares what you are saying. No. Yes, I know we're not actually protesting, but you could see the only people that care about what protesting does is protesters.
It's true. And when we were out there, we were just kept saying to each other every like 10 seconds, like, oh my gosh, this is so awful. This is embarrassing.
Well, because people are just like, what are you doing? And we were saying like some things that people have said in protests.
Yeah.
And it was, we went more of the American proud route.
Oh,
we didn't go the other route because that might have got us shot.
Especially in our area.
In Stevensville, it's probably safer to raise lions, not sheep, instead of being sheep against lions.
That's so good.
If we would have been out there screaming, hey, and just start a bunch of political stuff, I feel like that side is maybe the louder. I don't know. This is an anti-political podcast.
We've stated in the past we don't want to be political.
And we're not trying to say any side at all. We're just trying to say that there's hilarious moments in both.
No, let me switch up the topic.
To what? Your Prime
How
drink?
have we switched to Prime?
We have made a huge conversion over this.
It's
Prime
insane.
recently has been, there's a gas station that we have that we literally go to all the time.
And we trashed on Prime for a second there, and now we're like...
I don't know if I like it.
Me neither. It's weird.
It feels like it's healthier. And I'm like...
I don't even know. It's got like the strange taste in the end that I've somehow began to slowly like a little. And it's just weird. Maybe it's just like we think it's cooler to drink Prime.
Yeah, I think it is cool. And it does feel like a cool new thing. The texture of the bottle, I will say, is so nice. And I don't want to get off on Prime. And something I hate on podcasts is when we're like, let's talk about this and let's switch the topic of stuff. But I'm going to switch us because we've talked about Prime before and we don't want to bore everyone.
True.
Ja Morant on the Grizzlies. This
right,
NBA player. Go. Have you seen what happened?
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I know you have the article.
I got some little facts.
I won't hold you off from telling me and everyone else.
As I've said in the past, I've got some diddles of information for you.
Ja Morant is the only NBA player trying to get back to the hood.
Which you said that before the podcast, and that made me crack up. I think that's hilarious.
He's like trying to act like a gang. You made it.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to act like that anymore. Everyone in the NBA is like, one of the other top point guards is like, why are you acting like this? You literally live in $1 million house.
Let's just state what he's done. Let me give you a little bit of a fun thing. So the other day, I think this was like a day or two ago, he got suspended for 1 or 2 games. Now, why is that?
Yeah, why?
Because they won a game and he was out partying. He was in a club. He was live streaming the party, which is like, why?
Yeah.
But then
Wait, spice it up. You don't give them it yet.
Okay.
Spice it up a little bit more.
So
Did they win the game?
Yeah, they won.
They're good. So let me just clarify. The Grizzlies are a really good NBA team, and all of the players on the team are pretty young. They trash talk everyone. They're like, we're better than you. Ja Morant, the guy we're talking about, was in an interview, and they asked, who do you fear in the West Division? He just goes, no one. And then they just proceeded to show 15 players better than him on the West. And then they were like this, huh? At the end.
That's so good.
So he's like, I'm going to get you. Yeah. Everyone on his team's like, let's fight everyone.
Is he the best player on the Grizzlies?
Yeah.
Okay.
He is really good point guard. But I used to love him. In college, he was like this. He went to Murray State, which is this not as known basketball school at all. Still Division I. went in the tournament and killed people. Like they won 2 games in March Madness, I think. And everyone loved him, this young guy. And then he just started to turn into a absolute, like, people called him the thug, the fake thug. Like, he would be like, I'm tougher than you, I'm going to kill you. And they're like, why are you talking to me like that? So this guy is out partying.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going. He's like,
so here, let me set you the scene. It just starts. The live stream starts with him partying. So he's like in the club. You've seen the live stream? I watched a little part of it. A little bit of a...
Is he getting lit?
Oh, yeah. He's the littest he's ever been.
He's pretty litty. Ja Morant's litty.
So he's partying. There's girls around. He's drinking. And then for no reason, he doesn't pull it out. And that sounds bad.
He doesn't pull it out. Keep going.
So he doesn't pull it out, but he flashes his gun, which he's got at the club with his friends and his teammates.
What up? It's like so stupid.
Let me read you. This is what made me crack up. So he got in trouble with the NBA in his team for flashing the gun on the live stream because he doesn't have a right or the license to carry.
Yeah, because he's a gangster.
He's a fake gangster for sure.
Fakester.
But let me read you the statement from Ja. I take full responsibility for my actions last night. I'm sorry to my team, family, coaches, fans, partners, the city of Memphis, and the entire Grizzlies organization for letting you down. I'm going to take some time away to help and work on learning better methods of dealing with stress and my overall well-being. Now, tell me, is that sound like Ja Morant?
Read this one more time. One more time.
Okay. I take full responsibility for my actions last night. I'm sorry to my family, teammates, coaches, fans, partners, the city of Memphis, and the entire Grizzlies organization for letting you down. I'm going to take some time away to get help and work on learning better methods of dealing with stress and my overall well-being. I'm
going to go with someone else wrote that.
Seems like they might have had the media team jump on that one.
I'm going to say they definitely jumped on that one. Hey, maybe someone else should write this for Ja because, he doesn't really like to think through things.
I'm a gangster. You can't take my gun off me.
He doesn't even sound. He talks like most games are like what up, like using slang like crazy. He doesn't even use slang that much.
Really.
From what I think that might be wrong, and this might sound like we're racist, but that's not true. I'm looking up his old tweets because I've seen some old tweets where he's like, "Bro, I'm a killer."
Okay, if you find those, I'll talk about what he's also. I think this is within a week. This article that I have pulled up here is from the 2nd, which is 3 days ago.
Oh yeah.
Let me just read you the title of this article. NBA star Ja Morant accused of punching, threatening teenager with gun.
With gun?
With gun. But then if you go on to read it, according to a police report acquired by the Washington Post, the teen said Morant punched him in the head 12 to 13 times.
Sorry, you were a 6'3" guard.
He's 17, this kid. At his house. He's at Ja Morant's house playing basketball with him. Then Ja Morant goes back into his house, and when he walks back out, the kid can see an outline of a gun in his waistband.
Nothing says NBA All-Star point guard like punching young kids.
I will say it's a way to get remembered.
It is. You remember that really good point guard that probably could have been really, really great?
Before he went to prison?
For beating on kids?
Yeah, literally a kid.
It was once you couldn't be a certain seed and win MVP, but looks like that has changed. Wasn't going to speak on this. It's obvious. It's whoever they want. Emoji.
That's beautiful.
I'm going to go with he wrote that one and didn't write what you said.
And he also wrote the other one.
He wrote everything. He wrote the article about punching the kid because he wants to be tough. He's like, you better post that. So
I'm a journalist too.
Ja. It's hard.
What a guy.
It's really hard to decipher what is real and what isn't for stories.
Because, he got accused, but also, could it be fake news?
Well, because there is a lot of fake things that are happening. And I feel like it's hard for me to decipher what those are.
Well, Do you want to try?
Oh, yes, I do.
Well, game show. What's fake news?
Is it right or is it wrong?
All right, Luke. Here, welcome to the game show.
Hi, guys. I'm Luke. Welcome to the game show. Oh, hi, I'm here.
So I'm going to run you through.
So my name's Luke, and I just have been having a fun time on this show so far.
All right, I'm going to have to cut you off.
Ask me about myself here. I'm Luke.
Just turn you off.
Anyway, you do that again. So, hi, guys. My name is...
Luke, it looks a bit like you do film stuff. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Luke, do you want to tell us a little... Where are you from? What's your age? Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay.
Can you do that? Can you tell us stuff about you?
Michigan. I'm from the United States.
That's really
Welcome
cool,
to the game show.
Do you know where you are?
I'm at a game show. What's the name of the game show?
Game show.
Welcome, game. Welcome.
Fake news or not?
Fake? Huh? Or real? Huh? Okay, just real to clarify.
Let me give you the rules. Let me give you some...
Okay, hey. You want to give me the rules?
Wait, Luke, can I do this? Can I give you the rules? So, I'm going to give you 3 options. Now, 2 of them are real news stories I found online, and then one of them is a fake one that I made up.
So 2 real, 1
2 real,
fake.
1 fake.
That's our
now,
show. 2 real, 1 fake.
Could it be that these aren't real stories? Sure. I don't know. I didn't read up that much. I read a little bit about them. So you can ask.
Shh, we don't have to tell them that.
You can ask. Well, I'm saying this
so
for you.
Sam's lying. Those 2 are real, and 100% take that as you will. Drama's epic.
I'm saying that because, or I guess, yeah, it is real. The stories are real.
The stories are real.
Let's get
into this.
But you can ask me some questions about the article. Now, don't try and dive too deep because I didn't read the whole article, or else I would have been reading a lot.
Okay, so I could be like, "What happened about this?" And you'd say, "This."
Yeah, maybe. Or like, can you explain that one a little more?
Okay.
That's probably the only question you can ask.
Let's
All
go.
Right. So question number 1.
You're the host. Oh, yeah.
All right. Question number 1. We're calling this question heads.
1 second. 1 second. I do not know any of these answers. Just this is This is a bit how I'm acting, obviously, but I do not know. Sam said dogs have a mind of their own. I do not know the answers to these. Okay. Heads.
Okay. Question 1. Heads. A. 6 doctors swallow Lego heads for science. B. Florida man found with skeleton of a dolphin's head in suitcase.
In suitcase?
Yes. C. Woman caught sculpting heads out of stolen property from neighbors. Not like metal, like hair
I'm gonna
from
go
their
with
drain.
Okay. I'm going to go with... Actually, let me dig deep here.
Okay.
Florida man is something you are clever enough to write. Now, you're going to...
I can't give you anything here.
No, I know. Your face is... The way you're reacting could be confusing. So I'm going to not look at you.
All right, I'll poker face you.
You can't do that to me.
I'm poker facing.
Yeah. Poker face, Lady Gaga?
Yeah, poker face.
I'll give you about 1 more minute.
Lady Gaga, poker face. I used to think...
You got to keep talking, don't you? So you don't lose...
No.
Okay. The dolphin Florida man stands out to me. Because I've heard this with turtles. There's been a Florida man with the turtle army.
Turtles are just... I'll just say this. Florida. That's all you need to hear.
Florida. That is all you need to hear.
If you're going
What was
South
the
Florida,
first thing again?
6 doctors swallow Lego heads for science. Like licensed doctors.
No, I know. That's believable. That is very believable. I'm going to go with A is real, C is real, B is wrong because you're trying to say Florida.
Wrong. C. I made up C.
Oh, that was my second guess, out of 3. So C, that was the woman that was a pretty intense thing you came up with there.
I just kind of
sculpted their heads.
Yeah.
Wow. So if you want to know where Sam's mind's at, it's the graveyard.
All right. Now we're gonna move on to something.
That was funny. Heads. I was like, heads or tails?
Each one has a head in them.
Has a fun
Lego head, dolphin skeleton head, or sculpted head.
Or sculpted head. Okay.
Question 2. We're going a little bit down south of America. Question 2, down south. Here we go.
Oh, down south is the prompt.
Yes, down south. Yeah. A man in Florida breaks into the house and gets robbed.
Wait. Breaks into the house and then gets robbed.
Yes, he's robbing someone.
Everyone, get on the ground. I got a gun. You're the guy I'm robbing.
Oh, yeah. No, give me your stuff.
Okay.
That's what happened. B, a cowboy serial dine and dasher finally caught. C.
Wait. Serial dine. You got to give a little bit more to this if you can.
This guy was known for like dining and dashing. This cowboy. I don't know why it was a cowboy, but this guy was a classic dine and dasher, and he was known for it. And the cops finally caught him. I don't know what restaurant. And then C, a woman steals 1 ton of hair products and puts it in a gas tank. Like one of those big metal things.
I think I've heard the Rob story before.
Okay. So A is out of the question.
And I think B, the way you went into it is you described it like you just read this and couldn't believe it. C sounds like something you'd come up with in my mind. So I'm going to say A and B are real again.
You're correct on that one.
I feel like the middle.
I thought you were going to think it was B because I did a bad job of explaining it. I was like, oh God, I don't know that much about it.
Well, I thought you did. I thought you'd do such a good job explaining the other one. I feel like I got to remember that you are going to be good at making these fake because they're so crazy and you can just improv whatever you want at any time.
Let's see if that's true.
So right now I'm 1-1.
All right.
Dun. 2 for 2. Oh, wait, 2 right, 1 wrong, right?
Dun. All right. Question 3, stealing and shopping.
That's our prompt, stealing and shopping.
Woman saves $300,000 from coupons, but finally admits to printing out fake coupons. B.
First, let me say, have you ever seen Coupon Masters, the show?
Yeah. It's so satisfying.
I'm like,
it's embarrassing.
All right,
though.
When am I going to start my coupon triumph? My
it would
coupon
be
empire.
So hard to just stand there and be like,
you don't have to do it this. You have to make eye contact and
just slam it. But some people have like binders. It's epic.
Oh, I know. Okay.
B, small town candy company finally caught selling bugs in chocolate and not revealing it to customers.
What kind of evil sorcery is that?
They were trying to make their product cheaper, so they just were putting bugs in it.
Like actual bugs or ground up bugs?
Ground up bugs. Which is still disgusting.
Because the other would be way more obvious.
C, town in Virginia has a ban on trick-or-treating, and people can be charged to $25 to $100 per person caught in the act, even 12-year-olds.
One more time?
Town in Virginia has a ban on trick-or-treating, and people can be charged $25 to $100 per person caught in the act, even alone 12-year-olds.
That title is definitely written by someone. That's two. I'm going to say no matter what, C is right. Okay. I need a little more detail on the first one again.
She was just huge. Like, remember the TLC girl that saved, or maybe you didn't say that with me, but there's this lady that saves a ton of money with coupons. But what she had done is she had printed
300,000?
Yeah, over her entire life. She was like 80.
Okay. I'm going to say that one's right as well.
Okay.
So B is wrong.
You are right.
Yes. I'm sniffing these out.
You are. No.
Well, let's dig deep because we don't want to fly through this.
No.
This is a wonderful game show.
I was going to say, what made you think that?
A, coupon people are nuts.
Yes.
300,000 is very believable. And then fake coupons, that's also believable. I'm not even going to lie. I keep forgetting B.
Candy company.
The candy. It was so...
Bugs.
It was... Okay, so they were sneaking bugs in there. Number one, I don't know how people would be able to tell unless it started tasting weird. And how would they know ground up bugs? It would just feel like ground
Production.
up. If they open up, it's not like they open up the Hershey and it's like, oh, there goes a beetle. So I would say that was the standouts. 4, 2 right, 1 wrong.
That's
Thank
true.
you. We got to do a little intermission.
What's your intermission?
How's the game going for you?
Getting nervous. I thought I was going to beat you.
Right now I'm winning.
I know.
2-1.
2-1.
We have 2 more.
We've got 3 more.
Oh, 3 more. You did 6.
Uh-huh.
So we could tie and then have to go to a tiebreaker.
I would not know what to do.
We'll figure it out. Hopefully one of us wins. Let's just say that.
Okay.
We got to spice it up a little as well.
So I'll kind of explain these next ones more.
Give me some more in depth.
Question 4. We're calling this one Across the Pond. And this is all stories that have to do with things out of country or things that are happening in country, out of country, like America to Mexico. Okay. A, cop caught selling drugs back to Mexican cartel gang and then busting the same gang over and over. So this cop would sell drugs to the cartel in like large amounts, and then he would bust them when they were smuggling them back to to America. So he would just basically sell it in a cycle, but he wasn't the one busting them. So he would send people to go bust him, and it was just they were making money. That one's not even that
funny. That one's just confusing.
Yeah,
which makes me believe you would only write something kind of funny because you're a little silly boy.
Irish man becomes rich after discovering he's been pronounced dead. So this Irish man was pronounced dead, not by like doctors. They was just like in the obituary, his name was there. And everyone thought he was dead. And all over social media, they're like, so sorry for your loss, everybody.
So sorry.
But then, after that, he made a giant deal with a gambling company. And he made a ton of money. So then he got rich off of being fake dead, even though he didn't mean to fake die.
Okay, that's believable.
See, last year, a woman in Ontario, Canada, was charged with witchcraft. So this lady in Ontario there's some town in Ontario, or that town, some like small place in Ontario that has a bunch of old laws, and they still had witchcraft laws, and she was doing things that looked like they were witchcraft, and then she got put in prison. But then after, they were like, wait, you can't do that. So then she got let out.
Okay, this is a tough one. We have... Now, I'm not going to lie. There's so many stories being fed
Do you want
right now.
to see them? Would that make it easier?
What do you mean see them?
I can just turn it around, and I can just hide the answer.
Wait, no. I don't know. Because we haven't been doing that the first 2 rounds. I don't want to switch it up on everyone here.
Okay. If you do want it, it's right here.
We have number 1. I forgot.
The cop.
Okay, the cop. There's so many stories.
Irish man.
Cop, Irish man, witch. The cop story is interesting, but and sounds like it could happen. Now, I'm guessing what you searched was crazy stories or something around that line. The witchcraft is crazy, but it's still at least ground level for me enough. And then, wow.
Irishman.
I'm going to go with Irishman's fake.
No. It was the cop.
Yeah, that one didn't make a ton of sense. You're like, so the cop explained, you kind of got me with the over rambling that my brain just was like.
I didn't know what to say.
Well, right now I'm getting 3 prompts, 3 randomly different stories, and I'm starting to think about one story, then I'm like, I'm only getting about 2 sentences per story.
Do you want more time after each story to think about it, or do you want more of an explanation? Because I can't explain that much more.
So this is a little bit weighed against me here.
Yeah.
The 1 sentence or the 1 to 2 sentence description is not a lot to work with.
No.
But that's fair because that's why I'm here.
It's a game show.
It's 2 to 2. Let's go to the next round.
Okay. This last one is just the title.
Oh, wow.
Just the title.
Got a little lazy there.
Well, you'll see.
Okay.
The hand grenade that ended up in a chip factory. B, the man who was swallowed by a whale. C, man loses and dies while fighting 5 falcons.
I know you like falcons. Why would it be a chip bag factory? That's overly specific.
Is it?
Why do I always forget the middle? Instantly.
Whale.
People have been swallowed by whales before.
Jonah. Shout out Jonah.
Jonah? Okay. I almost Googled.
I can explain a little bit more, not much.
Yeah, give me a little bit more.
Okay. So this hand grenade that ended up in a chip factory is this guy at wait, hold on. I gotta think about it.
So
So
chip bag factory. Interesting.
Or am I faking it? Do I know it? Is it fake or is it real? Mind games.
It's not a mind game. Tell me, where is it? What happened?
I don't know. I don't know. Just
Give
kidding.
me-
So this guy.
Now you suddenly remembered in the. I don't know.
Are you going with A?
I noticed. What? Tell me about 2 and
Okay.
3. I don't need to know anything else about 1.
Okay. The man who was swallowed by a whale. This guy was surfing, and he went too far out. He got swallowed by a whale. The whale couldn't eat him. Spit him back out. That's it. Not that interesting, actually. C. Man loses and dies while fighting 5 falcons. So picture the guy from Netflix. What was that one documentary about the Tiger King? Picture the Tiger King type of person.
Oh, so he's hanging out with falcons.
Yeah. And he was doing it for a show.
I think that one's real because I saw you read that one. You didn't have anything for A, and you didn't read anything for B.
Yeah.
Now, what are the odds someone surfs and gets... Whales are not... It would be an accidental swallow.
Yeah.
Was it? What type of whale was it? A killer whale? It would have to be if it attacked.
No, it would have eaten that person. It's not big enough to swallow.
Oh, it just swallowed.
Yeah.
Oh, so the person got out?
Yeah. No, they didn't die.
They just were swallowed.
Yes.
I feel like this would be a pretty big... That's a pretty big thing. And that's only ever happened one other time in a fictional... I guess not fictional book, but a book.
Yeah.
That we can't for sure claim happened.
Yeah.
Now, I really want to give A, but I know you're pushing for me not to do A, and I don't know if that's reverse psychology. All I know is you didn't even know what was going on with A. You just said there's a hand grenade in a chip store. You couldn't say what even brand the chips were.
Oh, it was not a big brand, I can tell you that. It was some random small chip brand.
And why was the hand grenade in there?
Because someone from like early on production had put it in there on accident.
A hand grenade.
Yeah.
Did they say why they accidentally put it in there?
No, it was like a complete accident. Like they had dropped it. I don't know why they had a grenade.
Okay, I think the whale story, I feel like I would have... These are all pretty current then, right?
Could be. I think that they are within the last 2 years.
Where did the whale thing happen?
No idea.
I'm going to go with the whale's wrong.
Wow. No. C. The guy with the falcons.
Wow. Why didn't you have any information on the chip bag at first? Why did you just hit a stutter wall in accident?
Yeah.
Wow, that's...
But then
Where's it from?
Well, no, I hit it at first, and I was like, uh-oh. And then I was like,
Well, this is what it looked like. You went... It would... and then you were like, actually, I'm trying to play this game. Falcons, wow.
Yeah.
That one, yeah. You had a pretty good... So it looks like you write down your fake one.
No.
All right, 3-2.
Okay, the last one.
You have to get this. Basically, do I fake? No, I'll try my best. I was gonna say, do I try to throw so we can not try to come up with overtime? But overtime would be fun.
Question 6. Man breaks into 20 homes and steals over 100 combs. Just hair combs. This guy had an obsession.
Why did that rhyme? Yo, I'm a man that breaks into
20 homes and steals over 100 combs.
He gonna comb his hair. Believe he gonna get out and get some air. Beware of the comb stealer.
So let me explain this one.
He's a healer.
This guy's a healer. So this guy breaks in, or not breaks in, but he sneaks into a retirement community. He's obsessed with smelling old women's brushes. So he sneaks in to 20 homes of old women in this retirement community and steals all of their combs. And I think he dressed up as like a cleaner dude. So he snuck in and he just stole all of their combs.
That one's pretty believable.
B. Woman makes money by pretending breaking in by pretending to break into people's homes. Now, you've seen like TLC when they've done the fake like kidnapping kids. That's pretty much what this lady does, except she breaks into homes when kids are there alone to teach them the dangers about being home alone.
All right, that sounds like a real psycho mom.
C. Man becomes friends with people and then breaks dead loved one urns. like their ashes, where the ashes are stored.
This is a tough one. B is like a normal believable. Going with my strategy of which one did you blatantly read would be C again. And I did see you, I think you've been trying to fake read some of them as well. B, you did a glance up and then glanced back again, like you remembered you had to read it to not give it away. Am I overthinking? Possibly.
You are. I can tell you that. I've got a sentence written down for each one.
That's weird. You didn't look like you remembered some, but which ones? You probably remembered the thing you read versus the thing you came up with. Your facial expressions are all over the place. What was A again?
A was man breaks into 20 homes and steals the old lady's hairbrushes.
I thought it was combs. Is it brushes or combs?
Yeah, it's combs.
Okay.
I guess they are different.
Yeah.
But I guess it was hairbrushes then.
Okay. This is tricky. No words from the game show host.
Do you want me to try and
This is kind of a bad host. You're not really entertaining me right now.
So guests, besides our game show contestant, I'm going to be talking to the audience that's actually out there. It looks like Luke's in a bit of a tricky situation.
Hey, I didn't ask for this.
Where's your mind at? How are you feeling? So fans, it looks like Luke is a little lost. Option A, hairbrushes. Option B, breaks into people's homes for pretending. Option C.
Wait. Say B again.
Woman makes money by pretending to break into people's homes. I just didn't read it right.
Woman pretends to break in.
And then man becomes friends with people, then breaks dead loved ones' urns.
So this guy would become friend. Why would he break the urns? There's always got to be a reason.
No, so he would, if he got mad at his friends, he would break their urns.
You said they became friends to break the urns.
I meant it the other way. That's my fault.
Okay. So you meant it as if he was upset, he would break the urns.
Yeah, and it happened many times.
Does it say how many?
I didn't see that, no.
I want to catch him slipping down this slippery slope of words.
You're going to get slipped, that's all I can tell you.
I am going to say the comb is wrong.
You know why you're wrong?
Why?
Because they're all fake.
You just
got trolled.
Wow, that one stumped me for a while.
And that's all I got to say.
Were the last two just complete improv misreads?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're like, I read that one wrong too. I was like, okay. The comb one sounds so real, but that was a lot of combs.
Yeah.
20, that's 5 combs per home.
Oh, I know. I was like, he's going to catch me on the number. And then he's going to catch me on
that's what
8 other things.
I mean, I think that one is the least believable out of them, maybe.
Yeah.
The urns is a little suspect as well.
They're all kind of a little unbelievable because they're all fake.
Did you just slide that so you would win no matter what?
No, we're not counting that point.
Okay, actually, so you still win then.
I guess.
Because then I wouldn't get a chance to tie you.
Unless, since it was a trick and a troll, you get the point. True. That wasn't part of the
Looks
rules.
like we're going to end with a tie here, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Now, this has never happened on this game show before.
Wow, this has never happened.
Whoa.
I guess we're just going to tie. And if you want this to come back, we'll finish it off loud.
News or not.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. A dog humping.
So I've got, my dog's name is Guinness, and he is.
I'll try to throw the video.
He's a little guy.
Oh my gosh! Sometimes a demon.
It was like 11 o'clock at night, or maybe it's like 10:30. It doesn't really matter. But Luke and I are hanging out. We're playing FIFA, and all of a sudden,
well, you pick up the blanket.
Yeah, I pick up. All right, no, I pick up my mom's sweatshirt that he has, and so I pick it up, and he like. At first, we're like playing tug of war, and I'm like, I got it, and then I just see his hips start thrusting.
Oh, it's like world record. You're like,
I mean, he gets into it, so he is just humping, and I'm like, no, Guinness, no.
The blanket goes away, starts humping Sam's leg.
Yeah, and then
Sam moves his leg. He starts humping the air.
It looked like he was twerking.
It did. I'm gonna put this video no matter what. It's only sharing this. Sorry, Guinness. Don't want to disrespect you at all, But a little bit I do, because sometimes you bite me really
Guinness
hard.
is kind of a menace. We're trying to get
Guinness
him to
the
school,
menace.
I think. Hopefully. I would like him to go to behavior school.
That would be actually probably good for him.
Because
then he could be a little loyal boy.
All I can say is he's a protection dog. That's all I can tell you. He might be
Of himself.
20 pounds.
He's a protection dog of him. Every dog, I feel like, is overly protective of their owner.
Oh, yeah.
Like barking. Because it's not like you walk in and do something and he's like, don't touch him.
No.
He just, he also peed when I saw him.
He pees every time.
It's so funny. He can't control his
He's a little excited.
peeing. That's why we love Guinness, okay?
He's a lover and a fighter. And
There's
an abuser.
He is an abuser. He's a fighter. And you know who else is a fighter? I'd make you an offer I can't refuse. The Godfather. You just watched The Godfather.
I did.
What'd you think of it?
I thought it was good.
It's just so long.
It is really long, and
3
I think it is overhyped.
It's also, we got to remember,
It is old.
20 years ago,
I think.
probably one of the best movies ever.
Yeah.
As time goes on, especially with attention span, I think the perfect movie time is around an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah. That's
Sometimes
really
Tarantino
nice.
movies feel, yes, it's nice to have so much in there. It's the realm of TV shows now.
Yeah.
Which is, we should probably look into a TV show.
Yeah. I mean, TV shows do so well.
Hey, I direct these episodes, you direct these episodes.
Yeah.
That could be a really sweet thing.
That would be fun.
The Stranger Things is 2 people did it well. So making a story like that would be crazy. And I think that's down the road, something we could definitely do.
Because, I mean, think about all the shows that do well, especially right now.
Yeah, and old shows are...
As time's gone on, think about how much a budget is for an episode of a show now compared to, 20 years ago. It's becoming movie budgets per episode on some shows.
And you can still make it look really good, like a film. And that's what does well. Like, what shows do well is the things that look like movies. So I think we could maybe play into that. Maybe with Suka videos. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
We got a lot going on.
There's a lot of stuff.
You got your movie coming up.
I do.
Do we have a prototype name we're calling it?
I've just been calling it.
Or should we maybe do the thing where we don't mention it to anyone?
It's true.
You just want us home run it?
Yeah. I think you guys got the tiniest little tease
You just got the little
You don't
tease.
even know anything about it.
If you've made it to this point,
Yeah.
then that's pretty incredible.
Yeah. Thank you for watching this long.
Thank you for watching this long. You made it through the game show is epic though. So I think people are gonna eat that.
I think people will like the game show.
Let us know if you like the game show.
If you think we should do more fun little game shows, not just that one.
It's
just
because it's
different
tricky when
ones.
we don't have guests. We just basically talk forever.
Yeah.
But I think getting returning guests and then mixing them with different people could be good.
Yeah.
Like Tyler Stout and
Jacob.
And try Tyler and Noah. Or
Oh my gosh.
Or try Nick Paulhamus on to talk about war stuff.
We've got some people in the pocket that
coming
will be coming on could be soon, could be not. But, I mean, if you guys are wanting to see those, you're just going to have to subscribe and wait for them.
And be a little good boy and girl.
And maybe even turn on the notifications.
If you're really nice.
Yeah, if you're really, really nice.
Thanks for watching, everyone. This has been the Suka Podcast. We will see you next week at 7 a.m.
Bye.